To get an idea of what I'm going to be ranting about on tonight's show, let me start by saying Canada is not a country that is based on the barter system. We do not have that here. Prices are set. You pay those prices unless there is a promotion, a sale, something in store that you can get a lower price. This is not a giant garage sale of a country where you can just haggle over everything. And I do not understand the type of cheapskate that seems to think that everything is negotiable. I'm not talking about a cheapskate who is cheap for a reason, i.e. fixed income, low income, or anything in that sense, or senior citizens, for example. I'm not talking about cheapskates that are on a budget and can only afford so much. I'm talking about the cheapskate mentality that is most prevalent with people of Eastern European descent. And I'm sorry, I'm generalizing and I'm picking on them, but it is true. If you work in retail, especially in the Greater Toronto area, or to an even lesser extent up here in Barrie and Simcoe County, if you deal with the Eastern Europeans, or if they're from there or a descendant from there, you are running into this problem almost on a daily basis. I have noticed this in my whole working career across several industries, and it's just too much some days. And I will give you examples, whereas back when I was in regular retail, we'd have customers come in on a sale for, say, tools, when I used to sell tools and hardware in addition to paint at the time. And they would deliberately pick up an item that was not on sale and ask what the discount was and if they could have it for the sale price advertised on a similar product by a different company, or lower altogether. No, it doesn't work that way. If it's not on sale, you cannot have it for the sale price. I used to have some of these Eastern European people go to the clearance table where I worked at a time. We had things marked down from 40 to 60%. No, that wasn't good enough for them. You'd have to mark it down an additional 20% before they'd even look at it. I don't understand why people would want to make themselves look this bad in front of everyone else, to the point where all you're doing is annoying people, pissing them off, and nobody wants to help you. And then they're the first to say, oh, you're being mean to me. This is not fair. In my country, we do this. Well, here's a newsflash. Number one, you're not in your country. Number two, you are being assholes. Plain and simple. There's no other way I can say it. Number three, you are the type of customer that nobody wants to deal with. Another example. One of the last hardware stores I worked at while selling paint, we also took care in our area of the store of seasonal items, which included barbecues. And we had a lady come in, an older lady of Eastern European descent, who came right up to my counter, interested in a barbecue. And the first thing she said was, I do not pay full price for anything. This is scratched. How much can I get it for? It was a brand new barbecue. It was not scratched. It could use a bit of a cleaning because it had been sitting out there for 2 weeks and collecting dust. And she proceeded to give her opinion on why the barbecue was scratched. And when we looked it over again, it looked like there was a fresh scratch on top, like she had did it herself when no one was looking. That's the only way I can call it. And this is annoying as fuck when people come in and do this. My years in the paint industry, we used to have, obviously, prices for retail customers and prices for contractors. Contractors got pretty good deals, and yet we had either Eastern European contractors, or we had some from South Asia, because they do it too, but to a lesser extent, try to barter for an even lower price on top of their contractor pricing. It doesn't work that way. We're already giving you a deal. And yes, in some cases, prices go up over time, but you're still getting a contractor price on it. Even though you may be paying a few bucks more, you're still getting a much better price than anybody out there who walks in off the street. I had a guy today call in my shop researching tires, and this one really burned me up because the guy, I must have spoken to him 3 times today, and he was trying to take me down to a price where I wanted to stick my hand through the phone, put it around his neck, and strangulate him. And we had priced out a basic set of snow tires, which after installation came to around $600, and that's actually pretty cheap for a set of snow tires. Now, we are not a tire shop, but we get a decent deal on the tires. And he said, can you email me the estimate, as I want to check out the stats on the tires. to get information. Fine, no problem. Here's the estimate. It's good for 30 days. Here's your email. He proceeded to call me back later and say, I can get it cheaper here. I can do this. What about this company? This company quoted me just over $500 installed. And of course, it's a company that sources out tires and they end up giving us the appointment for. So we don't really make anything on it because it's already prepaid, but it comes through our shop. It brings us business per se. It's actually more complicated than that. I'm not getting into that. And I said, I can't beat that price, but by all means go through that company because either way, he'll come through our shop and we could probably get an oil change or something else out of it. And he says, what about this and this price? He goes, can you beat that price? Can you take it down another $100? No, I cannot beat that price and take it down another $100. You're out of your mind. And then, of course, as I've seen and heard many times before in my working career, he came up with, what if I pay cash? You can take it down even further. No, we need a paper trail, especially after the pandemic started. Any business still doing cash deals, you're going to get screwed. We don't. We need paperwork and invoices to make sure that the work was not only done at our shop, but recorded in case of either A, liability, B, insurance, C, warranty, D, anything else that I might not have mentioned right now. So no. And he called back again about the same thing. And I told him again, I said, unfortunately, you're better off to go with that company and put the order through them because you'll save the money on top of me. And he proceeded to ask me about cash and beating the price again. Look, if you're going to do that, maybe don't own a car or buy tires for it. Enough is enough. This Eastern European mentality needs to end. You need to draw a line. And while you have to treat your customers nicely and make sure that you don't offend them, you also have to train them to not be like that. Because, I'm sorry, that's not cool. Anyways, that's my rant for today. If you have any comments or questions, or if you've experienced the Eastern European mentality, please leave a comment below. I want to hear what everyone's thinking about this. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.